And, well, here we are. Our first player is here to the north. It is going to be on Varni Research Station, and it is the Purple Zerg Raivotar.
And his opponent in the 6 o'clock position is going to be playing for Immortal Esports. It is none other than BLord. Who's actually not...
You almost went there, man.
Yeah, I always said BLord. It's actually BLord, if you guys were wondering. I don't know. The thing is, I've always said BLord is the Broodlord. Like, not the player, but just for the unit. It's...
yeah, kind of same, like... I say, like... I've said, Broods for Broodlord.
Do you say Esker for Stalker? Like an S and K-E-R?
No, what's that?
I don't know, I just made something up.
That's like really weird.
I was just like testing if you were actually like, yeah, of course.
No, man. I don't shorten other units. I think like the only thing has been that I've actually just said like Brood. Like Brood. I think that's it. Just like Broodlord. I've said like Broodlord. I guess Muta.
Oh, I thought you actually said a unit like Haspin. I was like, Haspin? No.
Oh, no.
That makes a lot more sense. But actually, have you had that friend who's like always, who would say like, for instance, if I said like, hey, do you remember when everyone said like Esker instead of Stalker? And you had like one friend who was always like, yeah, of course I remember that.
Oh yeah, dude, the guy that like he was supposed to be like in all the trends and always super hip, but like he actually had no idea what you were talking.
So you could say anything, and he'd like, yeah, of course I know that.
Oh man, like that's the thing, like that's so awkward because you can definitely put them on the spot. I think like personally, I really would do that as often as I could, because I mean, as you know me, man, I'm not a nice person.
You're very keen on all the details being right.
I try to be, you know, because when, for instance, working with StarCraft 2, we have to be, because we misread a situation, well, you know, that can just spell disaster.
That's true. I mean, it's all in the details, and
it is all in the details, and you know what? Especially in Zerg vs Zerg.
Oh yeah. So for instance, you know, to segue into this game, we saw a bit of difference here. We saw BLord starting off with the hatch first into gas into pool. So he's kind of assuming that, I'm not sure if we say Raivotar or no, it's actually a Raivotar. I was saying Raivotar, but that's wrong.
Sounds like a dish.
It sounds like a Pokemon.
Do you think so? I think it sounds like a dish, man.
It's like, I don't know, like a Raivotar.
I guess like a Raivotar ravioli, but you know.
I don't know.
Nonetheless, if we're saying his name incorrectly, if it actually is Raivotar, I'm just gonna let him know that his name sounds delicious.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Raivotar. It looks more correct.
Yeah, I think we'll stick with that, man.
Yes, but okay. So Raivotar did was he went for pool first. So he wants to make sure that he doesn't get 6 pooled, or you know, no one really does 6 pool more, but like 7 pool, 8 pool, 9 pool, 10 pool with Bane. There's a lot of things you could be doing. Even 14-14 is pretty scary if you don't go pool first.
Oh yeah, that's true. I mean, like, we could have seen that out, or maybe an even earlier gas pool variation. Would have been very scary to the opening that BLord did. I mean, we saw this in... there was actually Kung Fu Cup that we were doing the other day, where we had in a ZVZ, Zerg opening hatch first, gas, then pool, versus like 13-12. And he just outright got completely run over. Like, literally no way for him to... keep that to stem the wave of Zerglings just constantly flooding in.
Oh yeah.
But, you know, that's not what we're gonna see here, guys. We have Brainling nests for both of our players. Raivotar with that slightly later gas will have the Banes, but he's not gonna have the fastest speed, which is now finishing up here for BLord.
So thing is here, both are mining gas right now with 3 drones in each geyser, and we saw both going for Bane nests without stopping the gas, but not going for aggression. This is a very European thing to do, and that has kind of spread to North America, but it's way less common in Korea, for instance, or seeing like the best of the best Zergs. You only do this when you expect your opponent to be very aggressive, or when you want to be aggressive yourself in the like high-end meta. But well, when it comes to kind of want to say like the European North American scene, this is something we see a lot happening. And, well, the follow-up here is going to be 4 gases for both players. Going into that 2-base La should be just a standard kind of mute to play from both here. I'll be quite surprised if we do see a very early Roach Warden from either of them.
Raivotar is going to have slightly slower gas, but I mean, not going to be too big a thing here. With both of these guys, probably going to be they'll probably end up sitting back, making sure to have decent mutant numbers before heading out, because you don't want to risk losing like a first initial 1 or 2 Mutalisks in case your opponent also goes for Mutas, because then it's kind of like Phoenix Wars. You fall behind in those numbers, and then it's really hard to come back.
Yeah, it's exactly like Phoenix Wars almost. The thing
It is actually.
with Mutas you can escape. With Phoenix you kinda can't if you extend once.
That's true, because they can continue firing on the move.
Okay, so what happens right now, by the way? Raivotar decides to move out here and is creating a lot of links. Notice how he hasn't started his own Spire yet. So he is looking to kill off this third base, and he has to, otherwise he's pretty far behind considering how far he delayed his Spire. Just started out.
Yeah, that's true here. So we see BLord starting to focus on some of these Banelings. Get a fairly good connection there, cleaning up the majority of the Lings, and the Banelings actually do not finish there. So great start here.
Oh. This is... Oh,
well,
that's too bad. That's
Yeah.
unfortunate.
I'm just gonna hop over here, guys, so you'll have to enjoy our faces. But yeah, so,
Thank you for saying that, by the way. Last time...
yeah, last time I did
we
not
did Kung Fu Cup
warn you.
today, and like you didn't tell me, and someone was pausing. So I was like sitting watching the screen, and it was like a close up on my face, just staring at the screen, kind of scratching my nose.
Yeah, but so I'm just gonna let you. I'm just gonna end that sentence, or end that thought rather. We have BLord there with very good start here, deflecting this attack completely, and now with the additional Zerglings streaming in for Raivotar, I still don't think it's going to be enough to deflect this. Because I mean, BLord, or rather to break into this threat, because BLord already does have a handful of Banelings ready.
He does, and he's constantly right now creating units in the terms of Lings and Banelings. Just gonna drop this guy here. But yeah,
there we go, guys. Bang, back in.
So it's going to be very difficult for Raivotar to get any counter aggression going whatsoever. Now he's actually the one who has to defend. But remember, his spike quite considerably later, as well as his upgrades are going to be for the mutas. So it's not just the mutant numbers, also the upgrades are going to be later.
Yeah, so Raivotar sort of putting himself behind it, but BLord slightly overextending with these Lings, and...
Or is he?
No, actually coming in there at the last second with a handful of reinforcements. Baneling connections, how good can they be? He's actually keeping them back. There we go. Detonating 2 of them. But this third base coming under a lot of fire. We still have more units reinforcing here for BLord. He's going to get a cancel here. And well, with that quicker spy, you brought up 9 mutas already in production. Baneling's even making it into the main here. And they're going to be able to get a couple of drones. 5, so fairly good. BLord, though, now I want to be able to... I'm going to be as bold to say, you know what? He just sort of ended pulling himself up miles ahead now.
Oh, he absolutely did. So, the thing is, you'd ask why he goes in with the Banelings like that, and it's kind of a slap in the face of a Raivotar, because usually you save those Banes to make sure the Raivotar can't defend his third, but BLord said, I'm so far ahead in units right now, that I can actually sacrifice these only 3 Banes I have right now, to just get a few extra drones and get even further ahead. And now he has the earlier mutas, he's going to start supply capping his opponent, and maybe even be super aggressive with these.
Yeah, man, he's still on his opponent's side of the map, and there we go, Mutalisks coming in. And nice pullback from BLord.
Oh.
Good transfuse, though, with this Queen. And the second one does go down, and now BLord is going to be forced to back out of this. Once again, look at this. There, he's trying to go for a cancel once again on the third. Not going to get it, but we saw there a display of, like you said there, that you can actually escape with Mutalisks. Just because they cannot attack as they are moving, so BLord...
Oh, I wish.
Oh man, that would be so insane. But, do you know what? No spores here for Raivotar, so he's going to suffer more drone losses.
He is, and he only has a Queen to defend. We would like to see them, it's rather, being focused down, but actually, no Spore Cores in the main either. Raivotar arrives here, and we'll start focusing down the one Spore Corner. We'll probably get a Mute or so, but we'll be going down as well. In this case, actually, we don't see BLord with any Spore Cores. Are we going to see a bit of a base race almost with Mutas?
It'd be like a really scrappy base trade on top of that, just because of how low the mutant numbers are, so they're not actually going to kill things super quickly.
And like you'd see like 3 Spore Cores saving the game.
Yeah, like he puts them in the natural.
This is actually a bit of a base race. Wow, are you kidding me?
This is, well, really weird start to this first game. A couple of additional Mutalisks come to reinforce it for BLord. But this is the thing, he's catching Mutalisks of Raivotar as they're hatching out of these hatcheries, which is really bad.
for Raivotar at least. Well,
Yes.
it's really good for BLord. Now, here's the thing. A lot of Banes do come in. 2 left. Oh, that's a pretty nice connection.
Ended up being a big hit.
But in the end, BLord has enough to just shut down everything in the base of Raivotar. Well, if BLord just made 2 Spore Crawlers and finished them up, he wins the game. Let's just look at the mutant numbers for a second. It's actually 16 to 12. And I think he finished up. Yes, he does have Carapace. So if he now just joins together his muters, he's kind of auto-won this game. And remember, Lynx do soak up that bouncing blade. So you will actually have that engagement even easier with some Lynx below you.
Yeah, but, you know, third base is going to go down. Doesn't really matter too much that BLord loses this, because, I mean, he has 3 drones to work with. Raivotar, a single one.
3 times the workers of his opponent!
He literally has 300% the amount of workers. But here we go. Mutalisk's going to attack into each other, but that's going to be it. Raivotar is actually going to be forced to tap out here of game number 1, guys. And that means BLord gets his first victory, getting a decisive lead there through the initial early stages of the game. And then things sort of panned out a little more passive.